Stop! Before you pick your next flight seat, you need to hear this. Airlines are hiding seat secrets, and I'm exposing them all today. Some seats don't recline, some are next to slamming bathroom doors, and some window seats have no window at all. I'll show you the worst seats in economy, and the tricks airlines use to get you to pick them. But I'll also give you the ultimate guide to always getting the best seat, without paying extra. This is your survival guide for modern air travel. Let's get into it. Let's start with the obvious, the bane of many travelers' existence. We're talking about a seat so universally disliked, it's practically a meme. A seat that can turn a potentially pleasant journey into an exercise in endurance. The dreaded middle seat. It's a phrase that sends shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned flyers. It's the cramped no-man's land of air travel, a place where personal space goes to die. Imagine being sandwiched between two strangers, each vying for their own sliver of territory. You're wedged between strangers, feeling like a human sardine in a metal can hurtling through the sky. Every movement is a negotiation, every breath a shared experience, whether you like it or not. And then there's the battle for the armrests. A territorial dispute you'll never win. You might as well just accept your fate and rest your arms in your lap for the duration of the flight. No window to look out, to distract you from the discomfort and the feeling of being trapped. You're denied the simple pleasure of gazing at the clouds or watching the world shrink below. And no aisle for easy access. You're trapped, forced to endure the entire flight without the freedom to stretch your legs or visit the restroom without disturbing your neighbors. You're at their mercy. The middle seat is pure discomfort, a symphony of awkward angles, limited movement, and the constant awareness of your proximity to others. It's a recipe for a truly unpleasant flying experience, and it can ruin your entire trip, leaving you feeling stressed, exhausted, and resentful before you even reach your destination. It's a dark cloud hanging over what should be an exciting adventure, so how do you avoid it? How do you escape the clutches of the dreaded middle seat and reclaim your flying experience? Fortunately, there are strategies you can employ to increase your chances of securing a more desirable spot. Rule 1. Always check your seat selection, and I mean, don't leave it to chance or assume that you'll automatically be assigned a decent seat. Take control of your destiny. As soon as you book, pounce on the opportunity to choose your seat. The earlier you act, the better your chances of snagging a prime location. Don't just click confirm, that's a rookie mistake. You need to be proactive, not passive in this game. Take a good hard look at the seat map. Analyze the layout, identify the available seats, and strategize your selection. If, and this is a big if, only middle seats are left, don't despair just yet. You still have options. Consider paying a little extra for an aisle or window seat. Think of it as an investment in your comfort and well-being. Sometimes your sanity is worth it. The extra legroom, the view, the freedom to move, these are priceless commodities when you're trapped on a long flight. If you can't pay, or simply refuse to on principle, here's a clever trick that might just work in your favor. Don't pick a seat at booking. I know, it sounds counterintuitive, but trust me on this one. Set an alert for 24 hours before your flight. Mark it in your calendar, set a reminder on your phone, do whatever it takes to ensure you don't forget, and check in the moment it opens. Be ready, be vigilant, and be prepared to act fast. That's when better seats often become available for free. Airlines often release unclaimed seats at check-in, giving you a second chance to snag a better spot. Traveling with a partner, a friend, or even a friendly acquaintance? This next strategy could be your golden ticket. Book the aisle and window seats in a row of 3. It's a calculated risk, but one that often pays off handsomely. Most people won't pick the middle seat if they can avoid it. It's like an unspoken rule of air travel. So you might just get the entire row to yourselves, transforming your cramped quarters into a spacious haven. If someone does end up in the middle, don't despair. There's still hope. They'll usually be more than happy to swap for the aisle or window seat. It's a win-win situation for everyone involved. But what if, despite your best efforts, you're still stuck in the middle? Don't lose all hope just yet. Be nice to the gate agent. Sometimes they can work magic. A little kindness can go a long way, and they might just be able to find you a better seat. Avoiding the middle seat isn't just about comfort, it's about starting your trip right, setting the tone for a positive and enjoyable experience. Check the seat map religiously, set those alerts like your travel happiness depends on it, and act fast when the opportunity arises. Hesitation can be the difference between a pleasant flight and a miserable one. Don't resign yourself to middle seat misery. You have options, you have power, and you have the knowledge to make a better choice. Use these strategies, embrace your inner travel ninja, and thank yourself later when you're comfortably settled in your aisle or window seat, soaring through the sky with a smile on your face. You've successfully dodged the middle seat, a victory in itself. You breathed a sigh of relief, picturing a journey with at least a sliver of personal space. You start to feel good about your flight. But hold on, don't celebrate just yet. Your seat selection strategy isn't foolproof. There's one area of the plane that even the middle seat might be preferable to. A place where comfort goes to die. I'm talking about the last row at the back of the plane. It's a disaster zone, a no-man's land of discomfort and inconvenience. It's the place where dreams of a relaxing flight go to be crushed. One of the biggest issues is that these seats often don't recline at all. You're stuck in a rigid, upright position for the entire flight. This is all thanks to the wall directly behind you, the unyielding barrier that mocks your desire for even a slight recline. It's a cruel joke played on the weary traveler. And that's not all. You're also situated right next to the bathrooms, a high-traffic area with its own unique set of challenges. So hello to constant noise and smells. The symphony of flushing, hand dryers, and questionable odors will be your constant companion. Prepare your senses. And of course there's the perpetual line of people bumping into you as they wait their turn. Each jostle a reminder of your unfortunate location. As if that weren't enough, the galley is also nearby, meaning it's noisy all flight long. The clanging of carts, the chatter of flight attendants, it all adds up to a cacophony of discomfort. Trying to sleep? Just forget it. Seriously, abandon all hope of catching some Z's. The bright lights and constant clatter never stop. It's a 24/7 party in the back of the plane, and you're the unwilling guest of honor. And when you finally land, after enduring all of that, you're the last to get off the plane, forced to wait while everyone else disembarks. So, good luck making your connection. Every second counts, and you're starting at a significant disadvantage. The odds are not in your favor. To avoid this nightmare scenario, always check the seat map before you book your flight. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's the power to avoid misery. Pay close attention to the last 2 or 3 rows near the bathrooms and galley. These are the danger zones clearly marked on most seat maps. Mark them in your mind as a no-go zone, a place you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. Avoid at all costs. Even if it looks empty and tempting, don't be fooled. The allure of an empty row is a siren song leading to discomfort and regret. And remember, the back of the plane is also significantly bumpier during turbulence. Every jolt and sway will be amplified, turning your flight into a roller coaster ride you didn't sign up for. For a smoother, quieter, and all-around more pleasant ride, consider other options. Specifically, pick seats over the wings or in the front half of the cabin. These areas tend to be more stable and less prone to noise and disturbance. Don't let the illusion of extra space fool you. Sometimes it appears that the back row has more legroom, but this is often a mirage. In reality, the back row is the worst trade-off in economy. You sacrifice comfort, convenience, and peace of mind for a negligible amount of extra space. Avoid it at all costs. Your future self will thank you. Trust me on this one. So, you've strategically chosen a seat in the middle of the plane, thinking you've found a haven of tranquility amidst the aerial hustle and bustle. You imagine yourself nestled comfortably, away from the window-hogging view and the aisle-intruding elbows. Think again. The reality of mid-cabin seating can be far from the peaceful sanctuary you envisioned. Prepare yourself, because some of the most deceptively dreadful seats are lurking right there in the heart of the aircraft. Some of the worst seats are secretly positioned near mid-cabin bathrooms. These seemingly innocuous locations can quickly turn your flight into an endurance test. Or galleys. The constant activity and noise emanating from these service areas can be a major source of discomfort. These seats might look perfectly normal on the seat map, appearing as standard rows with no obvious red flags. But in reality, they're high-traffic nightmares, constantly bombarded by passengers and crew. You'll quickly find yourself regretting your seat selection as the flight progresses. You'll get constant foot traffic, with a never-ending stream of people brushing past your seat as they navigate the aisle. And then there are the bathroom lines, which inevitably spill into the aisle, creating a crowded and uncomfortable waiting area right next to your seat. And let's not forget the noise. The constant flushing, hand-washing, and chatter from the lavatories, combined with the clatter and bustle of the galley, can create a cacophony that makes it impossible to relax or concentrate. The aisle seats directly next to the bathroom door are arguably the worst of the worst, a truly unenviable position. Sometimes, to add insult to injury, The bathroom door even swings open and bumps right into your space, invading your personal bubble and disrupting your already fragile peace. You'll be subjected to the smells, the sounds, and the sights of everything happening in what essentially becomes the town square of the plane. It's a sensory overload that can quickly wear you down. To top it all off, people will inevitably start treating you like the unofficial bathroom attendant, constantly asking you if the lavatory is free or how long the line is. So, how do you avoid this mid-cabin misery? The key is to learn to decipher the seat map like a seasoned pro, spotting the hidden dangers before you commit to a seat. Carefully look for the telltale icons that indicate the presence of lavatories or galleys in close proximity to the seats you're considering. As a general rule of thumb, try to stay at least 2 or even 3 rows away from these high-traffic areas to minimize your exposure to the noise and congestion. And don't forget to avoid seats located near closets or crew areas too. These are often overlooked but can be surprisingly disruptive. All of these locations are essentially disruption zones, where you're more likely to experience unwanted noise, traffic, and interruptions throughout your flight. The frustrating part is that airlines often price these less desirable seats the exact same as the quieter, more comfortable ones. They're hoping that you won't notice the subtle clues on the seat map and will unknowingly select a seat that will ultimately lead to a less than pleasant flying experience. But now you're armed with the knowledge to outsmart them. Always double-check the seat map for those telltale icons and steer clear of any seats that are in close proximity to lavatories, galleys, or crew areas. Embrace your inner seat map detective and meticulously investigate the layout of the aircraft before making your final selection. By being vigilant and informed, you can successfully avoid the mid-cabin trap and ensure a more comfortable and enjoyable flight. Bulkhead seats look like a dream. Tons of legroom, no seat in front. But here's the catch. You lose all underseat storage. For takeoff and landing, everything must go in the overhead bin. Need your book or headphones? Too bad. The tray table is in the armrest, making the seat narrower and less comfortable. The entertainment screen is often awkwardly placed. Worst of all, bulkhead rows are where airlines put bassinets. So you're likely to be next to a crying baby. Unless you're very tall and desperate for legroom, skip the bulkhead. Exit row seats are a better bet. More legroom, normal storage, and fewer baby neighbors. Don't fall for the bulkhead trap. It's usually a downgrade in comfort. Beware the row directly in front of an exit row. These seats look normal, but they don't recline at all. Regulations require the path to the exit to stay clear, so your seat is locked upright. You'll be stuck sitting straight for the whole flight. While the person in front of you reclines into your space, it's a hidden nightmare, especially on long flights. To avoid it, always identify the exit rows on the seat map. Never pick the row directly in front of them. Use sites like SeatGuru or Aerolopa. They'll flag these seats in red and warn you about no recline. Cross-reference the airline's seat map with a third-party site before you book. This 2-minute check can save you hours of discomfort. Remember, the exit row is VIP, but the row in front is the worst seat in the house. Some seats just feel wrong even if you can't say why. These are the weird layout seats, usually in the back third of the plane where the walls curve in. Window seats here might have less shoulder room, or the window is missing entirely. You book a window seat and get a blank wall. Ultimate disappointment. Sometimes the window is misaligned, so you have to twist to see out. Other times, a metal box under the seat steals your foot space. To avoid these quirks, always check detailed seat maps online. Search for your airline and aircraft type. Sites like Aerolopa show exactly where the windows and obstructions are. A little research saves you from a seat that feels like it was designed by someone who hates comfort. Stick to the middle section of the plane for the most predictable experience. That's your guide to avoiding the worst seats in economy. You now know how to spot the middle seat, back row, mid-cabin traps, bulkhead scams, no recline zones, and weird layouts. Next time you book, strategize. Don't just click randomly. Use SeatGuru, check the maps, and make smart choices. Flying economy doesn't have to be miserable. Share your worst seat horror story in the comments. Like and subscribe for more travel secrets. Safe travels, and may your seat always recline.